I take you, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer.
He stopped the wedding mid-vows. Not politely, not nervously, commanded it. Don't say I do. The entire rooftop froze. The officiant blinked. The violinist stopped mid-note. 200 guests turned at once. At the altar, Adrian Blake's smile disappeared. "Who the hell are you?" he snapped. The man didn't answer immediately. He walked forward slowly, calm, precise. Rain tapping against the glass behind him, thunder rolling across the skyline. And then he said something that made the bride's hands start shaking. "I'm the reason this wedding shouldn't exist." Emma Lawson felt her chest tighten. She hadn't planned to come. Not after everything. Not after Adrian vanished 3 years ago, leaving behind a ring, a shared apartment, and a single message. "This is bigger than us." 2 weeks later, the headlines made it clear what that meant. Adrian Blake engaged to Victoria Sterling. Heiress, billion-dollar family, unlimited doors. And now, this. Emma stood near the back, invisible, just like he left her. At the altar, Victoria forced a laugh. "This is some kind of joke, right?" The man finally looked at her. No. Then his eyes shifted past everyone else in the room and landed directly on Emma. Not a joke. A correction. A ripple of whispers spread instantly. Who is he? Is this planned? Is this part of the wedding? Adrian stepped forward, jaw tight. Security. They already left, the man said calmly. Adrian stopped. What? The man tilted his head slightly. I asked them to. That was the moment the room changed, because this wasn't chaos. This was control. Let's try this again, Adrian said, forcing composure. Who are you? The man reached into his jacket, pulled out a thin black folder. And why are you stopping my wedding? He opened it. Because, he said quietly, you don't own anything you're standing on. Silence. Total, absolute silence. The man turned slowly, letting his voice carry across the entire rooftop. The venue, the catering company, the event management firm. He paused. Even the bank financing your company. He looked directly at Adrian. I acquired all of them this morning. Victoria's smile collapsed. Adrian let out a short laugh. That's impossible. The man didn't react. He just handed the folder to the officiant. Read the header. The officiant hesitated, then looked down. His face went pale instantly. Oh my God. Guests leaned forward. What does it say? Someone whispered. The officiant swallowed. Primary ownership transfer, effective immediately, signed by... He looked up slowly. Daniel Hart. The name hit the room like a shock wave. Phones came out instantly, people whispering fast now. That Daniel Hart? No way, it has to be. The man, Daniel, didn't acknowledge them. He was still looking at Adrian. Adrian's confidence was gone now. You think this is funny? No, Daniel said. I think this is overdue. Emma's heart was pounding because something about this wasn't random. It wasn't revenge. It was precise. Daniel finally turned toward her fully, and for the first time, his expression softened. Emma. Her name echoed across the rooftop. Every head turned again. Adrian's face twisted. What does she have to do with this? Daniel didn't even look at him. Instead, he asked Emma one simple question. Do you remember the night you almost shut everything down? Her breath caught. What? The night you said it wasn't worth it anymore. Her mind flashed back. A tiny apartment, bills stacked on the table, a failing idea no one believed in, except her. That was 5 years ago, she said quietly. Daniel nodded. Yes. Then he said the sentence that broke the entire room. You didn't shut it down. You built it. Confusion spread instantly. What is he talking about? Build what? Adrian stepped forward again. This has nothing to do with her. Daniel finally looked at him, and this time there was no calm left, only certainty. Everything here, he said, has everything to do with her. He reached into his jacket again, this time pulling out a tablet, tapped once, then turned it toward the massive screen behind the stage. The logo appeared instantly. Lawson's Systems. The room went dead silent, because people recognized it, not from gossip, from everywhere. The fastest growing infrastructure platform in the country. The system quietly powering logistics, finance, and data behind half the companies in that room. Emma stared at the screen. Her name, her company. Daniel's voice was steady now. You built the system everyone depends on. He glanced at Adrian, including him. Adrian shook his head. No, that's not... Daniel cut him off. Your company runs on her platform. He stepped closer. And when you signed your last expansion deal, he paused. You signed control. Victoria grabbed Adrian's arm. What is he saying? Adrian didn't answer, because he already knew. Daniel looked back at Emma. You never needed to be invited to this wedding. He took one step back. You already owned it. The silence that followed was unbearable. Then Daniel added the line people would replay millions of times. The difference between you and him, he glanced at Adrian, is that he chased power. Then back to Emma. You built it. No music, no applause, just the sound of everything collapsing in real time. Emma took a slow breath, walked forward, past the guests, past the whispers, all the way to the altar. Adrian couldn't even meet her eyes. She didn't yell, didn't smile, didn't celebrate. She just looked at him and said quietly, I didn't lose you. A small pause. You disqualified yourself. Then she turned and walked out.